Hello all. Just a quick video message for you to help you understand what I've set for you for Monday and Tuesday's lessons. Sorry I can't be with you. I'm still in the UK for our family funeral. So fly back Monday and I'll be back with you for Thursday's lesson. But during Monday and Tuesday, I want you to focus on the multiple choice section of the upcoming exam. Most of you did quite well in the practice, and congratulations on that. I've had a look at a handful of your papers. Miss Camp sent them over to me, and there are a few situations where I think improved multiple choice strategy will help you. So Monday's lesson is for you to review the practice exam paper with the solutions which I've posted on LMS for you. I'd like you to do it in pairs and really think about what your approach should be to this section of the paper, because although there's 1 minute allocated roughly for each mark, you will have noticed that some of them take a lot more processing than that. So I want you to really think about how you might approach them and consider what you may have answered and what the correct answer could have been, and make note of any content areas that you need to review. Okay, so there's a Word document which you'll see here attached to LMS for you that explains what I want you to do on Monday. And that's in small groups. I'd like you, pairs or threes, I'd like you to review the 40 questions together. Look at the options and how the options are organised and how they write the distractors. As you go through, notice any questions that you think you may have got wrong through discussions with each other and by looking at the solutions that I've posted. Think about how you've approached it, which areas you can answer straight away and which ones you're a little bit more rusty on. Make an error log. I know I keep saying the same thing, but you do need to note the areas that you're least strong in for you to focus your energies between now and the 1st of November on those particular areas. That'll give you the best return for your time. Okay. So together, work through those 40 questions. That probably will take you quite a while. Go through question by question, work out which ones are correct, which ones are incorrect and why, and relate that to the solutions. Make some notes and then consider together what your multiple choice strategy will be. Will you start at question 1? Will you use your reading time to identify the questions that take more processing time and try and organise your answers in advance during the reading time? And then write yourself a strategy. I've planned my own, and you can change the colour of the text in this section here to see what my strategy is. I can't even remember what I've written now. And then if you have extra time on Monday, have a look into the advice available on the internet. So you'll find things like 8R Notes, 8R Study Notes website, and that might give you some pointers to help you organise yourself and gain the best improvement between now and the big exam. Okay, so that's Monday's lesson. On Tuesday, we continue the focus on multiple choice, but I need you to construct some multiple choice in particular areas of the study design. So I've allocated each one of you an area of the study design. These are key knowledge areas, and each one is broken into the dot points, as you're aware. So for each dot point, the end of today's lesson, I need a multiple choice question for each of the dot points posted in the Google Doc that I've invited you to. That invitation will be in your email. Okay. The purpose of this is to help you focus on a particular area of the study design, and also to consider how multiple choice questions are structured. The more you understand these questions, the more efficient you're going to be during that part of the exam. So look at the area I've allocated you. Scan through some papers. I'm sure there's some paper copies along the bench still, and you'll find the electronic ones by clicking on this link. Extract some of those questions that relate to the key knowledge area I've allocated, and make sure that your understanding is strong in that area, and then construct one multiple choice per dot point. Okay, some of you have heavier content areas than others, and that's just how the study design goes. Once you've written a multiple choice, post it in the Google Doc, and I'll turn these into a Kahoot so that we can test each other towards the end of our learning time and classroom time together. Once you've written one per dot point, then go and talk to a friend, look at their area of study that they've been allocated, and potentially look at their questions and see if you can answer them, and write some questions of your own. Always use the VCAR examples. So you might look at section B questions, you might look at multiple choice questions that relate directly to your area as an example of how VCAR structure their questions, the language that they use, and the style and the level of the questioning. Okay, so you'll find fairly low order straight recall questions and then some more complex questions in there. So Tuesday's lesson is an extended lesson. It's one of the 1.5 hour lessons. So I think you can probably get through probably 2 key knowledge areas and fill up that Google Doc with as many multiple choice questions as you possibly can. Remember to identify the answer that you think is correct and put all of your suggestions, all of your questions underneath your name so that I can see who's written which one, and then I will hopefully be able to copy and paste those into a Kahoot for us and review them from this end. Okay. Again, apologies I can't be with you, but I'm sure you'll make the most of this time. For the rest of our lessons, which is about 7 lessons left, I think we have, we'll go through the section B style questions, and we'll start with Unit 3 Area of Study 1 on Thursday, and then Unit 3 Area of Study 2 on Friday. So if you get the opportunity to refresh your knowledge on those, which I'm sure you already have, then please do that, and we'll do some content review and then some questions and model answers. Okay, all the best for Monday and Tuesday, and I will see you in our lesson on Thursday.